Namaste friends, welcome to today's lecture. I am Narsimlu Madhuri. In this lecture, I am going to cover functions in Python. So how to write a functions in Python? Because the in Python programming, so functions will be different from other programming languages like C, other languages like Java. In Python, we have three different types of functions like built-in functions, user-defined functions. We have anonymous functions. So anonymous functions are also called as Lambda functions. Let me go through functions in Python. What is a function? Function is a set of instructions to perform a task given by the user. The functions versus methods, because in other programming languages like object oriented programming languages, functions can be called as a method. So in object oriented terminology, the function can be called as a method. So function is a block where we can write a set of instructions to perform a task. So there we'll write a set of instructions. Now parameters and arguments. The what are the parameters? In method body, in method will pass the parameters. The each variable which is declared inside a method, that will be called as a parameter. In functions, the arguments will pass the arguments while defining the function, so that is called as an argument. How to define a function, we'll see. That is user defined function. Return statement in function, how to call a function, how to add documents while defining the function, that is a documents to a Python function. Function argument, the function can be defined in Python without argument, with argument, with return type, without return. Those are categories of functions. So the variable which is defined outside the function, which is called a global variable. The variable which is defined inside the function, which is called a local variable. We have recursive function, we'll see. The function which can be called itself is called a recursive function. Anonymous functions in Python, the functions without any name will define it, which is anonymous function. We can also use a main function in Python. So there are three types of functions, as I told earlier. Built-in functions such as help is a built-in function, min is a built-in function. This will ask for help to get a minimum value. To print the an object to the terminal, we use a print function. Like input function is a built-in function. User-defined function, which are functions that users create to perform a specific task. Now coming to the anonymous functions. Anonymous functions or functions which are also called as a lambda functions, because they are not declared with the standard def keyword. That's why we are calling anonymous function. The function will be defined without def keyword. That's why we are calling a anonymous function. Let me see how to define a function in Python. Program having a function to display some value with no arguments without return type. Now I'm just defining the def is a keyword which is used to define the function in Python. Process is the name of the function. This is a function name. Will function name in this, while defining the function, no parameter, we don't have any arguments here. So that's why without argument, I'm not we are not this is the body of the function. So a b, now in Python we can simply write the statement by assigning the multiple variable by separated with a comma here. So now a is as 2 is assigned to a, 1 is assigned to b, 3 is assigned to c, 4 is assigned to d, 5 is assigned to e. Like in Python we can do that. The summation of this, I'm just summing it. This is called function call. Function call, after defining the function, so we are calling, this is a function definition, this is a function call. So sum will be 15. So this is one category of the function. function with arguments, no return time. Same thing here. Def keyword used to define the function is having an argument here. 5 arguments I'm passing while defining, and summation is this, x equal to this, because now x will not be written anything here, so in the x it doesn't return any value by the function definition. Now x equal to process. Now if you print x here, then nothing will be printed, because it is the function here, it is not returning any value to the caller. That's why, so when I'm printing x value, it won't print anything, that is a none. Function with argument without return. Function with arguments with return type. So now def keyword, this is the name of the function, these are the arguments here. I'm just summing all these values, I'm returning it here. This value will be returned to the caller who is going to call you here. This is a caller. Now x is holding the return value, then it is printing it. Now this time it is correct. So with argument with it. So we have one more module called here math module. The math is a module in Python, so which is having a several built-in functions like sine function, which is a built-in function, cos is a built-in function, seal built-in function, sealing the value, floor is a built-in function. So they are all math module functions here. So this is one. Now recursive function. What do you mean by recursive function? The function recursive is a function calling itself is called a recursion. Recursion is a power technique that can provide an elegant solution to various problems. Now def keyword I have used it here. Now this is the name of the function. This n is an argument here. If n is equal to 0 or n is equal to 1, I'm just returning 1 here. So or else I'm returning this. See this. Now when for example entered value is 4 here, now 4 is now directly 4 here, then calling the function, this is a function call here directly. Once it is calling the function directly, it goes to the function body, 4 will be assigned here. So now this is not satisfying the condition, it comes to this 4 into fact of 3 here, then again, so again it calling the function here, this function is calling here, then again 4 into 3 into, then again it is calling the function fact of 2 is called here, then so again it is calling the function here, again it is calling the function 4 into 3 into 2 here, then fact of 2 minus 1, fact of 2 minus 1 is 1 here, right? So then again it goes to the function body. This time n is 0, not satisfied, n is equal to 1, this is satisfied, this will return 1 here, then 4 3s are 12, 12 2s are 24. So your answer 24 is written to the caller here, so 24 gets printed on the screen. This is the way we'll define a recursive function. We can solve any kind of problem, Fibonacci series, we can define any kind of problems, a complex problem using a recursive function. Then coming to the lambda function. Lambda function in Python, this is one interesting thing here. So those who want to become expert in Python programming, so they can focus more on the functions to save the time, because the advantage of function is it saves time and it saves the time as well as reduce the burden to the developer. Once the function has been defined, that can be used several times here. This is an anonymous function that is also called as a lambda function. Anonymous function is a function that is defined without any name, because we are not using any def keyword to define the lambda anonymous function. So while normal function we use a def keyword, that's why this function can be called as a. These lambda functions are used combination with the other functions like filter function, map function, reduce function. I'll just go through this. So this is a simple program just I'm writing here. So f1 lambda is an operator here. A comma b, these are the two arguments here, and the addition is a plus b. Then while calling this, we will call as like a function, but because here I didn't use any def keyword, that's why it is anonymous. So I used only lambda operator. It is like a mathematical expression. F1 of 2 comma 3, this is for 4. So this can be used combination with the other functions like map function, right? The advantage of lambda operator, which can be seen with the other functions like map function. Map function will take two parameters. One is the first one is the parameter is the name of the function. The second one is a sequence of elements. We'll pass the sequence here. Let me solve this. Now I have order number, book title and author, quantity, price. So in this example, so what we have to do, we should return a list with a tuple. Each tuple consists of order number, this number, and the product of the price here, the product of the price here, the product of the price, and the quantity. This, because each list will have this uh, order number and as well as this. The condition is here, if the value of the order is lesser than 100 rupees, as 100, so what we have to do, we should add 10 rupees to that, that is increase 10. Let me solve this very simple exercise. Now this is a data here, orders is equal to this order id, this is a title and the author, so this is quantity, this is price. Now this is one row and this is a two-dimensional list here. So minimum order should be 100. If it is not 100, then we should increase the price by 10 rupees. Now list map of lambda x. So the x is here because this is x of 0, this is x of 1, right? This is x of 0, x of 1, right? Now first, this entire thing will be treated as 0 index. In the 0 index, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Right. So first of all, it is performing this because the inner one, x of 0, what is x of 0 here? X of 0 is this, then x of 1 is this, x of 2 is 4, x of 3 is 4 into this, then this will be written here, this will be a written here. First it returns this one and quantity into price, this one quantity into price, this one quantity into price, likewise it is taken. Now from here, so for example here 3 4 3 4 5 8 7, then it returns the tuple, right? 4 into 40, that is 160, I think 161 something. So this is a tuple, right? So we are returning the form of tuple, that is the indication. Now again this will be 0 index, this is 1 index, that's why I am checking 1 index. X of 1 is greater than minimum order, then don't do anything. If not, what to do here, x of 0 comma, so x of 1 plus 10, 10 we have to increase it. In case of this not required, in case of this required. 3 into 32, that is 3 3s are 9 94, below 100 only. For this we should add 10 rupees, for this we have to add 10 rupees. Okay, like this we'll use the lambda function to solve any kind of data related problems here, because the lambda function will be used combination with other functions, then only it gets benefited here, map, reduce and filter. So if you want to see, this is the output of this. If you want to see more exercises, please comment on the comment in the comment box. And we can also use the main function, like as we are defining as a normal user defined function, we can also define a main here, but while calling this we should call in this format only. If double underscore name is equal name double underscore as a main double underscore, it should be in a double quotation, and we will call like this is in Python will define the main function in this form. Okay, thank you friends. If you have any queries, so please text me in the comment, so then I can provide more content, more exercises on these topics. Thank you very much.